What's up, guys? So today I thought I'd make a Making This Missing review. Me and my sister watched it not too long ago. It's still really fresh in my mind, so I really wanted to make this video. So if you haven't seen Making This Missing, I do recommend watching it before this video. I have seen some reviews of the movie. I don't know, it was a couple years ago, so I thought I would do a new review now that it's getting a little more attention. Making This Missing. Actually, I saw lots of videos saying about how it traumatized them or anything else, so I thought I was going to give it a try, and I just thought I would give a review after it. I'll just give you my honest opinions, what happened after the movie, and everything else. So, yeah. Without further ado, let's roll the very first clip of the movie.
Ta-da! And here we are, the stars of the hour on Amy's new video camera. My expensive new video camera. Daddy loves me.
Alright, so that was the very beginning of the movie, just stating us some facts. It goes on for a little bit longer. But there was a little Easter egg you might have missed. So, whilst Amy said, Daddy loves me, was actually a little reference, it was a little joke. But then Megan actually said, well, mine loved me too, because he is now currently in jail for doing some not nice stuff. So you learn about it more if you watch the movie. I don't know how it's still up, but alright, so this was the very next scene of the movie, and it plays a huge role in the story because that's actually where Megan gets kidnapped. So there are a little more of the video camera. The video camera is like the most important thing, I would say, because it captures literally everything. But Megan, basically, if you don't know who she is, she's just a really popular person. I guess you could put her in with like one of those people that is like really mean, but like they're nice to like their friends, So again, really popular 14-year-old, and you're gonna see you'll see how she gets kidnapped, all blends in. But basically, a little bit after the diner, she has to fight to get Amy to go to the party, because Amy is completely different to Megan. She's more of an insider, a good student, everything else. So I'll roll you the clip of the party, but you can barely see anything. I don't know why they even record it. But yeah. So honestly, I don't know why they would go so hardcore on a party scene ever. I mean, there's 14-year-olds literally drinking beer. That is incredibly insane. Like, you'd expect it like at least 16. But 14, but how? 16 is like the lowest I've seen. Anyway, so obviously Amy gets there, is really uncomfortable, and sees Megan doing something that you probably can't say on YouTube. So then afterwards, Amy is completely wasted, and so they both want to go see a movie. And this is kind of where it takes a turn right here. But anyway, they go see the movie, but whilst they're going to see the movie, I think it was like 7:30 or something, then she meets the stupidest guy. I don't know why they thought this would be a good name, but she meets someone. So she meets someone at the party, and at the party, the person sends her a little, kind of like a new friend, I guess, like you add someone. She sends someone like that, and his name is Josh Skater Dude. It is the most stupid thing. So I guess they chat, but she said that she wanted to go see the movie first, and then they would talk after, I guess. And so they go see the movie, and then this is when they actually get to meet with Josh a little more. Josh is, I don't know why she would fall for that. I mean, Josh Skater Dude sounds like the most fake thing ever, like I've ever seen. But it gets better and all. Stupid.
Your trespass. Come with me.
Alright, so that's when she got kidnapped by Josh, Skater Dude, the guy she met online. And so obviously there's lots of news outlets. Before there's actually news outlets, Amy tries to communicate to her other friends to see if they've seen Megan around at school, which they don't really like Amy that much. They only were friends with Megan. So they get pretty mad at Amy. I don't know why, but they're really mad at Amy because she thought that Amy had something to do with Megan's disappearance. It doesn't make sense. It kind of hurts. So she tries to call all of them, and they all say that they had no clue. We don't know where she's at. We don't know what happened. So anyway, Amy tries to find clues or anything else like that. The search is continuing, but she just can't find anything. And so this is when she actually finds and writes a diary, kind of video diary that she's been doing. And so she just goes to a place that her and Megan used to go to, as such as like one of the wilderness locations that they used to go to that actually held Billy Bear. And if you guys do watch the movie, one of the very first scenes is talking about her bears, about her video diary, about talking about how much she likes her bears. And one of the bears is Billy Bear, and that Billy Bear is located in that forest. So that's kind of the reason why she goes out to the forest. And I'm about to roll the scene right now.
I guess we kind of were. Megan's so adventurous. She's not afraid to try things, and she doesn't care what other people. This is Billy Bear. I've had him since I was like 5. 3 years ago, my mom wanted me to get rid of him because he was all ragged, but I just couldn't. So I keep him here, and I can visit him whenever I want.
Alright, so right there behind her was the kidnapper again. And so this is when he's actually looking at kidnapping her. And then afterwards, they go on a voice call, and he repeatedly calls her fat and all these ugly words to her. And so this is when Amy is kind of, really misses Megan. Everyone hates her because she thought she caused it. So they do start some awareness things all around town to try to find Megan. And then afterwards, I'm about to roll the clip of Amy getting kidnapped. You can't really tell, but it's just Amy talking again, and then she actually gets a hand that grabs her. And this is when it actually switches to the torture scenes, which I'm not going to show, so don't worry. I'm not going to show them. But anyway, so I just think that's kind of ironic because Amy was speaking out about Josh, and that's kind of how she got kidnapped on her behalf. And Josh is I don't think his name's even really Josh. I think he's just completely clinically insane. But so yeah, Amy gets captured and then is put back in there, and I'm gonna roll the clip of her getting captured, I guess.
Maybe I do too.
Alright, so that is when Amy was captured because she was talking a little too much about Josh, and Josh was kind of angered about that. So now that Amy's captured with Megan, both of them are still alive, and he actually does some really sick stuff that you're probably not going to be expecting, but he actually grabs the camera and records both of their deaths. I can show you like some scenes. I'm not going to show you any of them, like any of the more crucial ones, but I'll show you what it looks like inside. Everything else, of course, you can watch the movie, but not in all. You can't see the movie like in some countries across the world, so I really have to censor this video. But anyway, I'll show you some of the torture scenes. But so now we know that both of them are captured. And well, what else can they do? I don't know. Alright, so just before we actually get to see a little bit of the torture scene, just remember I'm not going to show any torturing, just what they were held captive in. But anyway, so they do find the camera inside of a little trash can in that same park that they were in. And so they obviously pick it up, and for some reason, makes it even more sick that he didn't delete it. But that was actually Josh found on it, and you can actually see right behind her, right there, that he was spotted. So they actually do acknowledge that. And yeah, so she was grabbed, and this is the final 22 minutes. All right, so this is the torture scene, but I have to mute it because as soon as I started, there was lots of screaming. But anyway, so this is when he walks into kind of the little doorway right there, and he opens it, and it shows Amy Herman in her underwear. So I didn't want to show you guys that, so I just cut it, and right here, as you can see. So I just cut the video because I did not want to show you guys that. And those barrels, actually, that's where their bodies were stored and buried in. And so I guess he just slowly kills them both. Megan dies first, and it's really sad on what they have to eat. They literally eat dog food. He feeds them dog food, and they can't eat it with their hands. They have to eat it with their mouth only. And then Amy gets something that is terrible happen to her. You just have to see the movie. You don't see anything inappropriate, I guess. You only see the head, but it's just disgusting on what happened and what he did. So he buries them both, and he feeds them dog food. And then afterwards, one of the most sad parts is when Amy is actually able to go free, and Megan dies first. So Amy is freed because, and she's really happy. And then she goes to a barrel, and the barrel is stuffed with Megan's deceased body. So that's not good here. And then Amy gets stuffed into a barrel and then is buried. So I don't know. It was a kind of hard scene to see. It didn't traumatize me like most people have been saying on TikTok or any social media platform. It was just a disturbing movie. And, well, they just both died. So now I'm going to be giving a review on the movie itself. So, number one, the thing was the acting was terrible in my opinion. The last scene, I thought the acting was pretty spot on though, because it, like, that traumatized some people. Like, that's pretty good acting, but anywhere through it, it is not the best acting. So I will give the acting a good 3 out of 5. And remember, this is review, so I'm just saying it's a review of the movie in total. So I'm not saying anything, anything that happened in the movie. It's just a review. The directing, I thought, I mean, again, it's filmed on that little camera, but I did think they did well with hiding some things that we didn't want to see. And the directing was, by directing I mean like holding the camera, not the pacing of the movie, by the way. But the directing it with the camera, with that kind of camera, I mean, it was fine. The desktop scenes were good. I liked the desktop scenes. It really felt like you were in with them, I guess, with that. So I will give that a 3 out of 5, because when they're walking around with the camera, I don't really like it. But when it's actually on a desktop, it looks pretty dang cool. So now for pacing and directing, I thought the pacing was a little bit slow. I mean, they could have done a better directing of it, in my opinion, because I did not want to wait an entire hour to actually experience why people were so traumatized. I feel like it should have had a little more scary scenes, but it kind of just saved it to the end. So if you're watching it, it doesn't really get scary until Amy gets kidnapped. But I did like the little missing alerts. It actually felt real, like you were there and actually was documented. So yeah, that was pretty good. It really made it feel real. And also the traumatizing life of Megan, gosh. But anyway, that's my review on the movie. If you guys want to go see it, you can. If it's not in your country, then I don't know. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. I haven't made one in like a week. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.